What's up, buddy?
We're back, man.
We are back, man. We are back.
Oh, dude,
How you been?
we're getting another knuckles.
Can you believe it's April?
It's April, and this is making my day. This is absolutely making my day.
Welcome to the first Fire and Brimm draft show.
Oh,
right?
yes.
Right.
Oh, this is so fun.
All the success we had, all the fan success we had last season.
What'd you say about the show?
This is a serious handicapping show, and it's the message is getting out there. Like, I can't go to the grocery store anymore. If I've got the Lions jersey on, it's Fire and Brimm. Like, this is ridiculous.
Wait a minute. The Lions are, I just had to do this. Or this jersey, too. Actually, yeah. I need to get this back to Joey.
I don't know, Joey. I've got a story. We'll talk later.
Wait a minute. What are you going to do about that?
What's that? So.
Wait a minute. Okay, Kozar no longer around. Dude.
Yeah.
The number 9. What are you going to do about this?
Okay, so this is the last show with the Stafford jersey.
So this is it right here?
This is it. This is the last show.
Everybody look at this. This
Stafford,
is the last one.
Stafford has moved on. The Lions have moved on. You know, I'm undecided. I'm going to leave it open
or
for
something like that.
You know what?
Herman Moore.
Let's see. I might go with the Lions number.
Jerry Goff.
We'll see. We'll see how that turns out. You know?
So, dude, we are back, though, man.
We're back.
You got Carl. You got Doug. It's Fire Brimm Sports, man.
Carl and Doug are back.
We are
Doug
doing
and Carl are back.
an NFL draft show, man.
I'm going to tell you.
Yeah.
We've put the work in.
We've
been in the war room. It was good to get back in there.
We have.
And I'm pretty confident my top 10 are locked in. We're going to talk about some prop bets.
Absolutely. Oh, I'm going to talk about prop bets.
And I'm locked in on my top 10.
I can't wait. This is so. I mean, this is. You give the NFL credit. We talk about this all the time. This is a 12-month-a-year organization that they have.
Yeah.
It's not just the football and the playing. The free agency, you got the draft, and now it's going to be workouts. I mean,
you know what's crazy about the NFL too is if you look over the last year, they're the only sport that didn't miss any of their.
They didn't miss anything. There was no
preseason games.
That's right.
Preseason games. They missed. That's it. But they hit the regular season and everything. Yeah.
Everything. I mean, you got to give them credit. I mean, these guys know what the heck they're doing. Okay, let's talk about some things. Let's look ahead to this draft here, man. I can't believe we're back. You know, it's in Cleveland.
It is in Cleveland.
The draft is in Cleveland, which is really cool. That's we should take fire.
I have a hard time. I have a hard time banging on the Browns today, so I'm gonna give them a break. I'm gonna give old Cleveland a break. So.
Yeah, you know what? I tell you what. I'm just gonna jump ahead of this one. For one of the first times ever, you don't see the Browns up here in the top 10.
Right.
You know, I mean,
they made and won a playoff game.
They actually made
it. Still have not done since 1991.
Carl is admitting too.
Yes.
Now you gotta give credit. I mean, I think that the Browns, whoever the best player is on the board, you know, when it gets to them, I mean, they could go defensive line. I mean, stuff like that. But they're not drafting for like this. Absolute, they need a home run need type of thing. They've graduated to that. It's cool. I mean, the Browns fans are going to be bummed, though, because they're going to wait all that time for their pick.
Hey, listen, I'm gonna jump right in. So I lost a very dear friend of mine, my uncle, this week, and he was a huge Browns fan. And, I mean, just a diehard Browns fan. And Bernie Kosar was actually his favorite player.
No kidding.
And we used to go back and forth because we all know my love for the Browns.
Yeah.
But I'm really feeling like I'm gonna miss him like it's so much. But I am not gonna be banging on the Browns. There will be a preseason wager put on the Browns to win the Super Bowl next year. I'm telling you right now. I'm going to back Cleveland. Like, let's go, Baker. Let's do this thing. You're right. They are not here. They are not the bottom feeders. They are not picking the Browns are. I love the coach. I love and they're putting it together. Okay, I've spent a lot of time last year, a lot of energy, just banging on them every week, and I'm going to give the Browns a break. And
well, let's talk about that. You talk about the Browns there. What are some of the teams besides the Browns? I mean, we're not picking on the Browns here because they're actually going for need.
Right.
I mean, what teams are you looking out for? I mean, these are just a couple of them, right? I mean, somebody
so you're saying what team is going to come out of this like a good team?
A good team or something unpredictable.
Maybe
somebody's going to do something. Yeah, the Carolina.
You can probably throw the Jets out of there.
Throw the Jets, yeah. Hopefully they know who they're going to pick, right? The Jaguars, they've got 2 first-round picks and 2 second-round picks.
And Urban Meyer is the first year NFL
Urban Meyer. That's not too bad. That's not too bad at all. And then same with the Dolphins. They've got 2 first-round picks and 2 second-round picks, and they almost made the damn playoffs last year.
Through our conversations, this is the team you've got a lot of outside love for.
Yes.
Is Miami. Does
even
New
with
England,
Tua, even with a second-year Tua.
Yeah, so they got to put the pieces. They're putting the pieces around Tua.
Around
We'll
him. That's right. But you were going to say about New England.
Yeah, so we'll find out. New England now, a year removed from Tom Brady, Tom Brady went on to win the Super Bowl as one of us accurately predicted before the season started in our preseason show. It is on tape.
It is on tape. It is on tape for everybody.
But how's New England going to do one season removed? So they've always worked the draft magically. I think now we find out. We have more of an idea. Was it Brady or
exactly.
Does the organization still work the draft in their favor? And you're right, it's unpredictable.
The intrigue with New England, at least for me, is are they going to go for a quarterback?
Yeah. Or if they're going to go for a quarterback?
Or when are they going to go for a quarterback?
They would probably, that's a good question. Is Denver going to go for a quarterback?
Well, that's the whole thing. That's another one, Denver. I mean, where are they going to go? Are they going to sit back? The Falcons, they're just a kind of a... they're paying Matt Ryan like $1 zillion for the next couple of years.
I don't know what Atlanta can do.
Would the Lions go for a quarterback? Or do the Lions love Jared Goff enough to say, well, let's see for another year or two?
All right, so listen, this is my... The knock 2 years ago, Goff took his team to a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I mean, he was the starting quarterback in a Super Bowl.
That's right.
Stafford's never won a playoff game. And then if you want to, I think so much weight has been put on the fact that Stafford didn't win a playoff game over the last several years.
Yeah.
Like it's all been put on Matthew Stafford, never on the horrible coaching
defense and the coaching.
The GM was so bad, and the coaching was so bad, and everything was so bad, and it was always put on Stafford. And he always stood up and took it, squared shoulders, and never whined or just...
No, he didn't. He was the perfect team player.
He was.
Absolutely.
So, but Goff comes in, and do you need... look, the Lions have holes everywhere, but can they start filling those? Goff could be the guy. Look, Goff's a starting NFL quarterback. He could be the guy.
I actually like Goff. Remember that first year, his rookie year was abysmal. But then he grew up in that second year.
We're gonna find out.
We're gonna find out.
They've got no playmakers anywhere on the field.
No.
Not
so even so my thought, what if you pick up a Fields? I mean, if he's available, somebody like that, you sit on him for a year or two. But the problem is they get no other playmakers. What you just said, they've got nothing else to go by. So it doesn't matter who's the quarterback if you get nothing around you.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean that's Now as for my Raiders, oh gosh, what are they going to do? I mean, well, if they were smart, they go with that the kid from the tackle from USC, or the lineman from USC. What is his name? Valea. Elijah Vera Tucker. Yeah, that's right. I also like Micah Parsons as a linebacker. All good defenses have that one linebacker, but knowing the Raiders and knowing Gruden, he might do something really stupid and try to go for a Lance or something. I mean, where they've got to fix their offensive line and the defense. But I mean, we're going to see. That's why, as a Raider fan, it's intriguing to me.
This should be a fun draft. There's a lot of offensive talent out there. There's a lot of things that people can do. So it's gonna be good. It's gonna be a good one.
Let's talk about some tape here. Okay, so question is, you were going to talk about some prop bets, but what did you say about the prop bets? There's the over/under on quarterbacks.
Oh, okay. One of the prop bets is over/under 4.5 quarterbacks. No, was it 5.5?
5.5.
5.5 quarterbacks taken in the first round.
Yeah.
Over/under 5.5 quarterbacks taken in the first round, and that is a nice that's a nice play when we talk about those. That's a plus 350 play.
Do you think all 5 of these guys are going to go in the first round?
I do, actually. So that's all 5 will go in the first round.
All 5 of these
the question
guys
is the 6th one going to go?
That's exactly right.
Over the 5.5.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
I think all 5 of these guys go in. In fact, I think most of them are going to go fairly early into the first round, but all 5 of them are going to go. But when you look at the size, man, these are big guys. These are some big guys. I mean, the smallest guy is Wilson. He's 6'3", 210. I mean, that's still a big boy.
I'm 6'4".
You're 6'4". That's right.
6'4", and I've stood next to people that are 6'6".
Yeah.
That's a big difference. That 2 inches is. These are big guys. 6'6" is a big guy. And Trevor Lawrence is just the entire package.
So you look at these guys. I mean, 6'3" seems prototypical. It seems like the right size. The thing that stands out for me, and this I'm putting my hand up here too. This number right here is hand size.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, hand size is a big difference in the NFL, especially if you're playing in cold weather teams. The bigger the mitt that you have. Brett Favre had one of the biggest mitts. Josh Allen, a couple years ago when he was drafted, he's got one of the biggest mitts out there, and it's paying off for him in a cold place like Buffalo,
right?
Where you need to be able to control that ball. And so, no surprise, Lawrence has got the biggest one out there. He's a big guy. I was shocked. Jones, 9 3/4. That's a good size. 9 1/8. That doesn't mean you can't play quarterback. It's just that look at this guy. He's got almost an inch more of grip on that football, which makes a big. I mean, you can run around. You see when you
play basketball.
That's right. You can ball the basketball with that.
How did you not play basketball?
That's an interesting one. So I always love looking at the tape and stuff like that. Now, how about this? How about the wide receivers? The thing about this, I don't see a Megatron here. You know what I mean? There isn't this guy that's 6'3". There isn't a Herman Moore. Remember Herman Moore with the Lions? I mean,
last playoff
that's right. So these guys are not big guys. I mean, these guys are, even Devonta Smith. He's a little guy. I mean,
he gets open though.
He gets open, but remember, he played for Alabama, man. Okay. He played for Alabama, and who knows what you're going to get. Oh, that's another thing about the quarterbacks. Let's see, Fields. What kind does Ohio State really put out good quarterback talent?
No.
I know they don't. I mean, it's the same with Alabama. So is there a little bit of buyer beware there too with the guys like Jones and Fields? I'm just saying.
There's so much quarterback talent out there right now. You've got to have a good one.
You got to have a good one, right?
You got to take a chance.
Yeah.
Because you need one of these they're star players, and you're going to have to. Fields has got to go. Somebody's got to take him. You got to have a star quarterback.
It's too tantalizing, right?
You got to have them.
It's just too tantalizing. Are there any other players you're looking at? You want to say, okay, wow. I mean, you're further down, in the rounds. Is there any other players
the wide receivers are intriguing. I'm gonna just going back to that over under on the quarterback.
Yeah,
the 5.5. So we think the 5 will go in the first round.
Yeah, absolutely.
So this is the favorite on that, if you would say, would be the under. Okay, because
I'm thinking under.
Over pays plus 350, which means you lay 100, you win at 350. But the 5 are a lock. The question is will the 6 guy go? Okay. Will the 6 guy go?
Who would be a 6?
And I'm thinking the 6 quarterback would be Davis Mills out of Stafford.
I love that pick. Absolutely love that pick.
I would not be surprised to see, if you play that wager, you're going to come down to pick number 32 in the first round with Tampa Bay.
So you're saying, which when you think about it, that's not a bad move.
Yeah. So listen, on draft night, just know that's where I parked a wager as on over. So when all 5 guys are gone and we're all waiting for pick number 32 to come in, think about Carl. Because he's counting on Davis Mills out of Stanford.
I love that one because Davis Mills comes out of Stanford. It's a solid program. David Shaw is an excellent head coach out there, molding quarterbacks. The kid could sit underneath Tom Brady behind him for like a year or two. He's a smart kid, too.
I think Tom Brady signed for like 10 more years.
I know, I think so.
And they'll win another Super Bowl, too.
I never really thought about it. So you started going along there like Davis Mills. Yeah. You also have the kid from... Texas A&M too. Was it Kellen Mond and something like that?
Yep, Kellen Mond.
That's another one that could go. I mean,
it's just who's gonna take that quarterback, right? Who's gonna take that quarterback to be number 6? The 5 are going.
I think the first 1.5 rounds, you get 7 of them going. I think those. We already talked about.
Well, one of them sneak into the first round to cover that prop bet, though.
Absolutely,
that's what's interesting. A couple of prop bets, just real quick, before we go to the board and do our picks. Total wide receivers drafted in the first round. The over-under on that is 4.5.
Wow, I'm taking the under.
So we've got Chase, Waddle, and Smith.
Right.
Those are our 3.
Those are the big ones. Right.
So we would still have 2 more have to go to get the over.
I don't know.
They're talking about the Ravens looking at a wide receiver at 27 and the Packers at 29. They would both have to go. They would both have to go wide receiver for us to
We
get
know the
over.
Packers could use it. No doubt about it. The Packers could use that help. They don't pack a quarterback this year, Packers. You got to help out Aaron Rodgers.
So I like the under on that because I don't know if
I take the under.
one of them did go the other way.
Okay.
Total offensive linemen drafted in the first round. The over/under is 6.5.
Yeah.
Sewell, Slater, Darisaw, Vera Tucker. That's our 5, and then the other play on that is both. We'd be looking at Kansas City's looking at a lineman and Chicago, and would they both go that way to go over 6.5? So I'm going under.
I'm going to go under on
the
that one
offensive
too.
linemen too,
I'm going
which
to go
I think
under
are
on that one too.
two really strong plays.
Yeah. So far we've gone the under. The quarterbacks, wide receivers.
Well, I'm going over on the quarterbacks. I'm going over. Yeah, I'm going over.
You're going over.
I am going over.
That's right.
I do like the under on the wide receivers, under on the linemen. Total defensive players over under 13.5. That's an interesting bet, but that's a lot.
That's a lot.
That's a lot of players.
We're not talking about
almost half the draft.
Listen to what we're talking about. Yeah. We're not talking about defensive players here. Yeah. We're talking about all these are all offense that we're talking about.
So it's still 14 defensive players. I don't know.
That's a lot. I don't see that.
And then this is what I like. And then so total defensive players. I'm gonna go under the 13.5, and then total cornerbacks over under 4.5. Surtain, Horn, Farley, again, these are players in the first round. Yeah. And then Newsome, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 5. I think that goes over 4.5 on the cornerbacks.
I think so too.
I think so too. Cornerbacks. But good prop bets.
So you're going to take all the kids' money? You can put all the kids like college.
Yeah. We made some withdrawals, and it's going to be over 5.5. My Kool-Aid lock prop bet is quarterbacks over 5.5 in the first round. And that's how we did hit, just for the record, our prop bets for the Super Bowl.
We did. We nailed the Super Bowl, man.
We did.
We absolutely nailed it. So, okay. So
draft time. Hey, top 10. Let's talk about it.
You know what?
What do you got going on here?
I wish we had that ESPN.
Yeah, that'd have been good.
That's awesome.
They made it get mad that we stole it, but.
So here's what we're going to do for everybody. We're going to reserve this column. This is who you think's going to pick the team. So I mean, we're just going to put a helmet up. So
if you think Jacksonville's going to make that pick,
you're just going to put Jacksonville right there. And
if you think the Lions are going to trade up, you're going to put the Lions there.
Exactly. Okay. That's exactly it. Right. So I will start it out. I'll do exactly. Okay. So I think that Jacksonville holds on to the pick here.
Really? You don't think Urban Meyer's going to trade away that first pick, huh?
And I'm going to tell you that they are going to pick Trevor Lawrence, quarterback from Clemson.
Interesting.
Do the Lions trade up? They're taking offensive line.
I tell you what. Look, I'm going to tell you my pick. I'm going to just have to say I'm going to go ahead and stick with Jacksonville.
You're going to go there too.
On that pick.
Put there. Okay, so
and, except they are not going offensive lineman. They're going Trevor Lawrence also. So
our friend Urban Meyer is going to make a quality pick.
I am locked in on this draft.
That's a good one.
The top 10.
Okay.
The top 10 I got.
Okay, you go the second one.
All right.
What are the Jets going to do here?
The Jets are going to pick, and the Jets are surprisingly, this is going to be our second quarterback off the board. How about Zach Wilson?
You know what? We're just going to make this easy. I'm going to match you here. I'm going to go to the Jets as well. And I am also going to match you with Zach Wilson.
Okay.
Now, here's the thing about Ohio State and Alabama, suspect quarterbacks. BYU over the eons have pumped out a lot of great college quarterbacks in the NFL. None of them really pan out, man.
Yeah. We'll see.
None of them really
Zach
pan
Wilson
out.
That's a good. I mean, the Jets, they got to fill that need. So.
Okay. Here's the most intriguing one. This is it right here.
What are they going to do?
This is it right here.
I like it.
Okay. I'll start it out. We're going to go with the 49ers. They're not trading the pick after they traded, the war chest over the next couple of years. And they're going to go Mac Jones.
Oh, Alabama.
They are going to go Mac Jones.
Oh,
okay.
I like what you're thinking. Doug. I do. I do think that they're going to make the pick as well. And they...
Surprise.
My
gosh! Okay, why Fields over Jones?
Well, Fields, I think could go at number 2.
I think he could too.
And I just think he's the better play than Mac Jones. Honestly, I mean, you go to the tail of tape, you go back to history, Alabama quarterbacks, Kyle Shanahan out there in San Francisco. I think Fields fits nicely, and I think that's their guy.
I'll tell you why I'm thinking Jones.
Yep.
Shanahan has a lot of experience. He was there when the Washington drafted Kirk Cousins. He had Matt Ryan down in Atlanta when he was offensive coordinator down in Atlanta. So these are the same type of guys. And I don't think he cares, Shanahan cares about we don't talk about Tom Brady running or Aaron Rodgers running or Ben Roethlisberger running. I mean, you look at Fields, he's just chiseled. The kid could run like almost a 4.3. It's about there's something, and he's a smart kid too, Mac Jones.
Oh, absolutely.
So, but Fields or Jones, you're not going to go bad either.
We'll see. That's our first difference.
Okay. So now, go ahead.
Yeah, why don't I do this? Why don't I go ahead and say that Atlanta's not going to pick at number 4?
Okay, now, for complete disclosure, we have not talked about our picks. This is the first time we're seeing each other's picks. Go ahead.
Atlanta is going to make a trade with the Denver Broncos. The Broncos are going to move up here to number 4.
Okay.
There's going to be draft picks involved. Yeah. And they're going to go with Trey Lance.
Oh, wow.
As their quarterback.
Oh, my gosh.
So there you go.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, dude.
And then stick to the chalk.
Again, for complete disclosure, we have not shared each other's picks. Okay, I am going to do the exact same thing.
What?
I am going to go, the Broncos are taking that pick. And the Broncos...
They want a quarterback.
And they're getting Justin Fields.
Okay.
In fact, I think so much about that.
There's our 4 quarterbacks. It's the Kool-Aid.
It's a Kool-Aid pick. That's right. It's a trade, and it's Justin Fields, too.
I love it.
I love it.
I had to drink the Kool-Aid. Love the Kool-Aid pick. All right, good deal.
I think what happens is the Broncos freak out a little bit because I've got Fields and Lance. You've got Lance and Jones. They're still out there. They want to get in before somebody like the Patriots maybe jump in there. I think the Broncos jump on up there.
And Atlanta's got somebody who holds
to
stockpile some picks.
That's a good. Absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So, what do you think? Go ahead.
Number 5. Your turn.
Okay, I'll go number 5. Okay, number 5 is definitely they are going to go. The Bengals, and they're going to do the smart thing, and they're going to protect Joe Burrow. They're going to go with Penny Sewell.
Well, he had a hard time last year, didn't he, Joe Burrow?
They need to protect. He is Jules.
They got his buddy out there, though, to toss around to. You don't think he wants to go? He doesn't want to go to his buddy. Listen, he can't throw him if he's on his back.
Oh, there you go.
He can't
smart
throw
play.
him
I think
that's right.
That's right.
So, let's go offensive.
When you're lying on the ground, you can't throw. Okay, go ahead, Dolphins.
All right, let's go with the Dolphins. Where the Dolphins are making that pick too. So, Dolphins are making that pick.
Okay, I think this might be the easiest pick on the board.
Yeah.
At this point,
Kyle Pitts.
This should not take any more than
boom.
The minute that the Bengals are off the board, you just get it in. I mean, there's no reason. So they look at this is it. I mean, this makes them so much better. It makes Tua so much better. Because I'm going to go the same thing, dude. Yeah. I'm just going to follow you on that one.
Kyle Pitts is.
It is. No, he's it.
Wow,
he's it.
Right.
So
we're sticking to chalk so far.
There's the only difference between right here. Okay,
I'll go with my Lions.
All right, the Lions. I think they would love to trade the pick and get more picks, but I don't think anybody's going to go up and trade with them. I mean, because at this point, I think if you are the Patriots, I think they can wait. They don't have to go up to 7. They can just hang on and wait on this. So that means the Lions, they're going to pick at this one.
Oh, yeah,
and you've got to give Goff weapons. And I'm going to go with Jamari Chase.
You
got to give Goff weapons.
I'm concerned.
The only way to check them out
my concern is this isn't the people that I want. This is the people we think they're going to take.
Yeah, exactly.
And my concern is that they're going to go with a linebacker. Oh, my gosh.
No, you got to get weapons.
But you are absolutely 100% correct on weapons for Mr. Goff. And I've got Jamar Chase going to the Lions. And again, we don't discuss this beforehand. This is completely. Really.
We walk right in here, and just the first time we're seeing each other's picks. Interesting. Okay. Right. Now this should be interesting. It should start to get fun here. Okay. Go ahead, Panthers.
Carolina Panthers. Well, Carolina's going to make the pick as well.
Again, I don't think they're going to have anybody to trade with.
No.
I mean, nobody at that point. The freaking out has already occurred.
They are going offensive line with Slater.
Boy, I like that call. I like that call a lot.
Sean Slater.
I'm almost regretting the one I'm thinking about right now. They're going to make the pick. I'm thinking that they're going to go Patrick Surtain. In that division, you've got Tom Brady in that division. You've got, well, who's going to be the quarterback for the Saints?
Bridgewater or Darnold.
Yeah, well, but I mean, the other people that they're playing.
Oh, for the Saints.
Right,
yeah.
I mean, so it can't hurt to have a good quarterback, but you got to protect Sam Darnold.
Yep.
So I love where you're going with that. I love that a ton.
Wow, what an interesting board.
It is. Okay, so I'm going to go this one. Remember, they made the trade, so it's going to go to the Falcons. And it didn't take long for Rashad Slater to come off the board, right? For the same reason. I mean, even it doesn't matter who they have as Matt Ryan or whoever they have as quarterback. You got to protect him. Yep. Again, you just had to get him out there.
So he is. Atlanta's going to make the pick. And Atlanta, I've got Rashawn Slater off the board already, but they're going into the same place.
They're going to go to the same place.
They're going there.
You can't argue about that one. So, that's a solid call. I like that. Yeah. I like that a ton, what you've got there. Okay, this is intriguing. Coming down to these guys.
Boy, I think this is a lock pick right here.
You really think so?
But I think you would too. I think we're going to be on the same page. We've been on the same page of the board the whole time.
You know what?
We have the exact train of thought.
I could see the Patriots going up and trading with them. I could see the Patriots because I think that Trey Lance for me is still out there. And the team I think that could actually go for Trey Lance is the Vikings. North Dakota, up in Minnesota, you sit behind Kirk Cousins for a year or two. I'm just thinking that it could be that if the, you know what?
That is interesting.
You know what? I'm going to do that. You know what? I wasn't even thinking about that. I wasn't going to do that. I thought that they were going to, I got to find my Trey Lance here. I'm going to go off. I'm really going to go off and say that they're going to trade up a couple spots, and I'm going to give them Trey Lance.
All right.
Boy, that's a game
I don't see New England.
Right
I don't
there.
see New England tossing draft picks around. I think we're on the same page. It's interesting. You got Mac Jones at number 3. I don't even have him going in the top 10, and the Cowboys will make the pick. And I see the Cowboys going with the quarterback, Patrick Surtain.
I was going to go Horn. Until I'm just thinking about this, I was going to go J.C. Horn.
To Dallas?
To Dallas.
Yeah, cornerback to Dallas. We were on the same page until you pulled in the quarterback, but
I mean, all of a sudden, it's like, wow.
Yeah.
Dude, this is really cool looking, man. This is
first
really
ever
cool.
draft show.
Oh my God!
Over 5.5 quarterbacks taken in the first round because Tampa Bay is going to pull out the Davis Mills card.
Yeah, and then what is wide receivers? Wide receivers, what?
Wide receivers were going under 4.5. Yeah, so after Chase Waddle and Smith.
Offensive line 6.5.
Yep, we're going under 6.5 on the offensive linemen, under on the defensive players, and then over on the cornerbacks. So
awesome, dude! First draft show.
Back. Hey.
Okay, so we want to hear what you guys think. You know, you let us know who you like in the rounds. You know, hell, let's keep that going. Yeah. Well, let's get the chatter going in the other rounds, too. You know, where the other teams are going to go. Hey. But, share everything. We'll get this out on YouTube, and we'll get it on Twitter, and we'll throw it on Facebook, too. And, let us know. This is absolutely a fun time, man.
Absolutely.
Dude, this is great.
Welcome back.
All right.
See everybody.
Enjoy the draft,
Have a
great draft.